This is how it took me 76 hours to create this Moon Knight cosplay. First off, I start off by making this huge sheet of latex. I needed tons of it so that I could cut it up into strips to create. This is the chest piece. This alone, just this part right here, took me 4 hours without even bedazzling it. Oh my god. I think I'm more proud of this part than anything because I felt like if I couldn't get this hood right, then the whole look was going to fall to pieces. So here I am, just constructing the whole thing. Look how pretty it turned out. Oh my god, I was so proud of this. I was so happy with it turned out so good. And then came the very long process of bedazzling everything. So I tried to bedazzle the strips and leave like a little bit of space on each side so that you could see that they were actually strips. But oh my god, when I tell you it took me a million years to bedazzle this hood, it literally took so long. And that dark gray piece in the front, I needed that square to stand out from the rest of it. If I had used the same color rhinestones for the whole thing, then it wouldn't have stood out. So instead I ended up painting over them with like a metallic silver so that it still stood out but was still kind of similar to the same color. Also, I hope you enjoyed the cameo from Thor. He was checking it out too. And then this is it finished, fully bedazzled. Like, this took so long. It was so hard to bedazzle the inside of the hood as well, because if you laid it on its side or whatever, it wanted to flip in and it was hard to get the tool inside if I lifted on the wig head. But anyways, we got her done and she looks so pretty. And then here's the chest piece. And at first I was only going to do that one chest piece, but then I was like, oh my god, let's make it a suit. And so then I ended up making like this whole shoulder pad. It looks like I'm going to play on a football team. And then I cut up more strips of that big sheet of latex that I made, and I did the same thing as I did for the chest piece. And when I tell you that it took me forever to get those latex strips laid down perfectly like how I wanted them so that they would actually look like mummy type strips, oh my god, it took so long. And then I had to bedazzle it. Please don't ask me how I made this. I'm trying to show you as best as I can, but I don't even know how I do some of these things. Like, I get into a zone and I don't even think I could recreate my own pieces. I saved the face piece for last because I wasn't sure how I wanted to create this. I knew that it needed to be an actual mask this time because it's covering up your whole nose and your mouth and I wouldn't be able to breathe. So at first I tried to make it out of like what I made everything else out of, but it just wasn't coming out right. So then I made a whole face prosthetic on my face cast, and I did the same thing. I dripped it with latex strips, and then I made that little black mask piece, and then of course I bedazzled it in the same style as I did the rest of it. And then how cool is this? I put light up eyes in it. I'm so proud of this. I was testing it out here to see how it would look, and then I also had to glue these in strategically because the lights are kind of like layered, but if you just glued the lights in, they would kind of like peel off. So I had to use strips of latex to glue and hold it down from the inside. These are the finished pieces, and